Welcome to another video on my channel, and Happy New Year to everyone who's watching my channel. Today I want to talk about how to increase your solar lead quality on Facebook, because I know a lot of companies, a lot of consultants kind of run Facebook ads, but everybody runs into the same problem, which is always just lead quality. So the leads that you generate with Facebook are not answering the phone, they're not qualified, they're not interested, whatever it is. It always comes down to the lead quality, because also a lot of agencies out there, they kind of promise, we're going to send you this many leads, and then you get 100 leads in a month and you just call and call and call, but you don't convert a single deal. And that all comes down to the lead quality. So even if you just get 10 leads in a month by working with a company, but they are like super high quality and you can close 4 or 5 out of them, then that's obviously a lot better than getting 100 leads that don't convert. So first of all, before I get into it, who am I? Because a lot of you guys who watch this video are probably new to this channel. So my name is Noah, and while I'm pretty young, I actually worked as a marketing officer at a solar sales organization, and right now I'm running my own marketing agency, basically working with consultants, sales orgs, EPCs, installers, and running their ads on Facebook, generating leads, generating appointments, and scaling them up. So that's what I do. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me a good time to kind of figure out the whole Facebook advertising game in the solar industry specifically, because for example, in roofing, it's a lot more straightforward. You just generate the leads, and it's pretty easy to actually convert the leads into appointments and eventually jobs, just because roofing is really just, first of all, it's a need, so that's something that people actually need and it has some urgency to it. And second of all, it's just a lot more straightforward. So roofing is just, I need a new roof, or I need my roof fixed, and there's not a lot of like difference between different companies and all that. While solar is like a lot more complicated, you have all those financing, the incentives, you don't really know how it works when you just get into it. And solar also has a pretty bad image, especially on social media. A lot of people say that it's scam or whatever, just because there are also a lot of bad companies that really do scam people, or door knockers, whatever. So it's a hard industry to advertise in. But that being said, let's jump into the first point. So first of all, what I would always recommend, and that's the easiest fix pretty much that you can do, even though it's hard to kind of set it up, but you only need to set it up one time. You need to use a landing page instead of using a lead form on Facebook. I mean, it's obviously the easiest way to kind of go into Facebook, create a campaign, create a lead form, which is pretty simple, and then people can kind of just click the lead form and sign up, and boom, you have a lead. But using a landing page will give you a much higher quality lead, and that applies to like every single industry that exists. A landing page will always be superior if you have a good one that actually generates enough leads, because if you have a bad landing page, obviously your lead cost will go through the roof, and it's a lot harder to set up than a lead form. But first of all, it gets people off the Facebook platform. So by just taking them off the platform, it's kind of like they're kind of waiting for the website to load and everything. And this kind of first of all shows you, okay, they have a certain intent. So they saw the ad and they are willing to go off the platform, take a look at your website, wait for it to load and all that stuff, which already is like an indicator that the prospect is higher intent. And second of all, it allows for more education on the program and on solar in general. So especially like educating them on solar, like on the process, is super key, because solar, as I said, has like a pretty bad image and all that, and people don't really understand it. So if you can explain how solar works in simple terms, people will just trust you a lot more on solar in general. So they will obviously be more interested and higher quality when you try to convert them. And then it also takes longer to submit compared to Facebook lead forms. With a Facebook lead form, it's usually pre-fill, so they pretty much just click a button, the form opens in a second. They kind of just push like tap 2 buttons, and it kind of pre-fills their address, phone number, name, all that, and then they click submit. So it's like 3 seconds and they're sign up. And a lot of people kind of sign up accidentally, or kind of just skip through and all that, and then Facebook will kind of optimize for those leads, just because Facebook will always optimize for a good cost per result, because that's what you select in the campaign. So Facebook doesn't really care unless you work with like API sending data back to Facebook. Facebook will always optimize for the people that submit the lead form, so your cost per lead is good. But that's not always the best thing, just because again, like a lot of people kind of just skip through. They're not really qualified. They're not really high intent. So always use a landing page. And then, yeah, as I said, Facebook will optimize for higher quality leads by using a landing page. And just to show you like one example of how such a landing page could look like. So I have a couple of examples. Obviously, we tested this a lot, and there's a lot you can do wrong with the landing page. And my number one advice is just to keep it like super simple. You don't need to have like some fancy headlines with some snappy lines and or some fancy visuals or all that. Pretty much all you need is just your company logo, and you need to keep it like super simple. Especially it needs to be mobile optimized, because about 80% of your traffic obviously on social media will come from mobile. So make sure that your website looks clean on mobile. I can only show it to you on desktop right now, but at the end of the day, you just want like a simple headline telling them exactly what we told them in the ad. So let's say you run a video ad and the call to action at the end is click the link below, take the quick 30-second survey and get a free estimate for your home. Then the headline, obviously, we wanted to say that exact thing, so it kind of aligns with the ad. That's first of all the most important thing, and then we just want it to be like super easy to understand. So technically, they don't even have to scroll down and go through the whole website. They only need to see this first section, and they see, okay, it's the same logo and name of the company that I just clicked on Facebook. The headline aligns with the ad. Super easy to understand within 2 seconds of reading it. And then we have the survey, which is also like very self-explanatory. And then ideally, even within your ad, I would show like some footage of the landing page. And then I won't go too deep into this because I have videos on my YouTube channel going deeper into how to build like a good landing page. And this video is not going to be about that, but yeah, honestly, just super simple information, some customer reviews, add some credibility, make the design clean, just make it seem kind of legit. And this is also the next thing that I want to talk about, because you should always use kind of like a survey where you have questions. So you can either do this through, I don't know, GoHighLevel if you build your website on that, or I have like an external survey tool that just looks a bit cleaner. But you always want to make sure to disqualify people who are just not qualified to go solar, and then you want to filter out tire kickers and low intent leads by just asking a couple of questions, so it takes them like a minute or two to kind of fill out, because if they just wanted to kind of skip through or whatever, they won't invest like a couple of minutes of their time to kind of go through this. So again, just to show you like the example, it's the same website right here. First thing that we do is we ask them if they own or rent, and obviously if they rent their home, we want to disqualify them. We don't want to have those leads. We don't want Facebook to see this as a lead and optimize for those people. So that's always going to be the first question that you ask. And then obviously we can ask for other stuff like their electricity bill. And this is also very good because it kind of gives you ammunition for the sales process later on. Like if you call them and you have some information like their electricity bill already, or what I'm also asking is, why are you considering to go solar? So they kind of give you the reasons of solar, like why they want to go solar, and then also how soon they're planning to go solar. So this is all information that you can use like when you're calling them, like, hey John, just so you sign up with my survey, and it looks like you want to save money with going solar within the next 2 to 4 months. And then you can kind of just go into that and talk to them, which is going to give you like a huge advantage because it's a lot more personalized when you call them. Yeah, and then obviously you want to ask them like for their street address, and you want to ask them for their name, last name, phone number, so you can actually contact them. And this is usually not pre-filled. So compared to Facebook, they actually have to kind of type out the name, phone number, and all that themselves. So it won't just give you like trash data that they have in their Facebook account. It will give you like their actual good phone number that you can 100% reach. So using like a survey like this is definitely a huge advantage. And then the next thing, which is also a very, very, very big point that a lot of you probably don't do, is you should always run video ads first of all, and you want to run informative video ads. So a lot of people don't even run video ads. Like they run image ads like this one right here. Like, this is terrible. That's the worst thing that you can do, because even if you like, for example, look at this, like you might get a couple of leads from this. Maybe you will even, because image ads are usually like super easy to kind of grasp, and maybe you will get like a low cost per lead, like you will pay, I don't know, 10 bucks a lead or whatever, but you won't convert a single one of those leads, because what is this? Like you don't give them any valuable information. You just kind of have like some headline, and even if the headline is like an offer or whatever, like if you run image ads, I would recommend to have like a bold ad that's just kind of catchy, and then one headline with an like straight up easy to understand offer. That's the only way I would run image ads. But I see a lot of people kind of running those Canva kind of image ads, and they just don't, like, when somebody signs up with this, they are not informed on your program, on your company, on Solar in general, so they don't know anything. They don't even know like the next step, what's going to happen. Obviously you can put all that in the ad copy. I mean, that's kind of like the process behind running image ads, but like probably 70-80% of the people won't even take a look at your copy. They just see the image and then they're interested or not, and if they're interested, they just click through, and you just get every single one who kind of clicks through as a lead, and that's just not really beneficial. So don't run those types of image ads. I would recommend to run video ads. So I actually can't show you exactly what I'm running, just because I don't want to kind of expose what's working for me right now, but I usually do voiceover ads, so you can go to like an AI voiceover platform like 11labs.io. Again, I have videos on this on my YouTube channel on how to do this, but it's super simple. Or you just get a guy on like Fiverr to kind of do a video for you. You can even hire like an actor to record something. And if you're really good in front of the camera as like the owner of the company, I would always recommend, or like even as a consultant, I would always recommend to just take your camera, make sure it's decent quality, but you can just take your iPhone or whatever, and record a video yourself, and this will probably give you like a lot better conversions. Because also another thing with video ads is that you just have more room for engagement, if that makes sense. So you get more comments, more likes. Like in this example right here, we got like 178 interactions, like likes, emojis, whatever, on Facebook, and 19 comments, which is not a lot compared to like a viral organic post, but trust me, like having 100 interactions on your ad will boost it a lot. Like on Facebook, I don't know like if you're like very familiar with all the metrics and stuff, but there's the CPM, meaning cost per mille, so how much you pay per 1,000 impressions, and the more people kind of interact with your ad, the lower the CPM will be. So while somebody may run an image ad, they may be paying like, I don't know, 60-70 bucks per 1,000 impressions, while you pay 15 bucks for 1,000 impressions, meaning you get like, I don't know, 3 to 4 times the impressions, meaning 3 to 4 times the leads as they do for exactly the same money, just because your post has engagement and people like it, and Facebook wants to show the posts or even like the ads that people like, just to make like the user experience on Facebook better. So that all kind of like makes sense if you think about it. So in that case, like video ads are a lot better than image ads. And also, as I said, like you can educate them. So educate them on Solar, educate them on the program, on your company, and most importantly, even the process after the ad. So tell them what they need to do, meaning click the button below, we will take you to this page, you will take this survey, it will take this long, and after you sign up, we will have a consultation, and then you will receive your free estimate within 48 hours. So you kind of just tell them like the whole process, and you can really put all that in an image ad. So in a video, you can really leverage that, and then they know like the whole process. So even if they don't read any copy, they don't read anything on the landing page, in a 40-second to 1-minute video, you can put all the important information if you make it catchy, so people actually watch it until the end. So yeah, super important. And then you always want to have a second funnel step, and you want to hype them up for what's coming after they sign up, basically. So let me explain. First of all, it gets them to directly book an appointment, so they will be higher intent. So just to show you like how this works is, let's say they submit the survey, we take them to another page where they can, on the second step, kind of book like their own appointment, their own consultation, and you just connect like this GoHighLevel calendar with your Google Calendar or whatever, or just integrate it with your Calendly, whatever you want to do. And then they can kind of just book directly on this page, select like a time and everything, and book an appointment. And then the key thing here is that they kind of book their own appointment, which is making them feel like or it's not making them feel like they're getting sold on, because if they just submit like a lead form and then it just says thank you for signing up, and then they receive like a phone call from like a sales rep and they are asking like, do you want to book your free consultation, then they're already in the mindset, okay, I just gave them my info and now they're calling me and they want me to book an appointment, and it's kind of like they want to sell me, and people don't like getting sold on. They like to kind of take the initiative themselves, and this is why this is like super good, because they book their own appointment, so they feel like, okay, now I made the decision, and I made the decision to book an appointment to get like my free solar estimate, so I'm getting something here. While if they get a call for someone asking them to book an appointment, they feel like we want to take something from them, if that makes sense. So it's all kind of like psychology, and not everybody will take this step. Like there will be a lot of people, I would say like 50 to 60%, sometimes even 70% will submit the survey, go to the second funnel step, and then kind of bounce off and don't book the appointment. And those people, obviously, we still want to call them, we want to book them in for an appointment, and that's totally fine. That will still probably work pretty good, just because we optimize for a high quality, high intent lead, prospect, whatever. So that's no problem, especially if you're good on the phone. But again, like the other like 30-40% that will kind of book their own appointment on the website, that will be probably like immediately a pretty high quality appointment, which we obviously want. And then you also want to kind of get them excited for the appointment or the consultation. So there's one thing that I just recently implemented, which is giving them like a rough estimate on the second funnel step, meaning you like, this is some bullshit, and it always kind of tells them like the same thing, and you can change up the numbers or whatever and make it like more broad, because I know a lot of you guys don't want to set like unrealistic expectations or whatever, but I have like this quick thing literally saying rough estimate, so it doesn't say them like this is literally how much you're going to save with solar, but it kind of gives them like an idea of how much you could save with solar. So in this case it just says save with solar 64%, and then utility bill 35%. So it kind of, you're kind of like planting in their mind, okay, solar could be like an actual great thing for me and could actually save me a lot on my electricity bill by doing this. And then they see, okay, this is just a rough estimate, but it looks extremely attractive, obviously. So now I really want to book this consultation and find out how much am I gonna like really save, and is this really true, and if it is true, like how does this work. People will just be a lot more hyped up for the appointment, and this will also increase show rates a lot. So this is also like a big struggle. Like when people book an appointment or you call them and you set the appointment, a lot of them just don't show. But if you kind of hype them up with those type of things, then the likelihood that they show will be a lot higher. And then obviously you need like automations in the back end, like text message, email automations that kind of follow up with them before the appointment, give them reminders before the appointment, like 24 hours before, 1 hour before, 5 minutes before. And this all helps, but this is like psychology wise the best thing that you can do. And then another advice that I also just recently implemented that I would give you when it comes to booking an appointment is, so let's just say on the calendar they pick a time with GoHighLevel, for example. You can kind of just put a form inside of this calendar booking link. So you will just ask them to upload their electricity bill, basically. So there will probably be on their phone, so they will just click upload energy bill, and then they can just immediately take a photo. So if they take this step, you really know they are like very, very high intent, very qualified, very interested, because nobody would take this step and kind of give you a photo of their electricity bill, or even take like those 5 minutes to get a utility bill and take a photo. So I don't always use this. I'm just testing it out right now, because if somebody does this, obviously it would be a super high quality appointment, and that's what we want Facebook to optimize for. But the conversion rates on this will obviously be lower. So maybe instead of like 40-50% of people booking an appointment, and now it will only be like 20% or below that, which is still perfectly fine, because you can call up the rest of the people. But if you can just get like every day you just get 1 or 2 appointments like this from your ads, that's like solid. Those are like really solid appointments. So, and if I don't do that, so if I don't ask them for the electricity bill up front, like on the funnel, we will just send out like text message automations to them, asking them to send us a photo of their utility bill over text, which also works. But I think this just shows us like a really high intent on the front end, which is very beneficial. And then the next thing is you always want to use homeowner interest instead of solar interest when it comes to the targeting. So obviously with Facebook you can target all sorts of interests. So you could technically go ahead and go in there and select like solar energy, solar panels, renewable energy, all that under the interest section. But this just will probably get you like pretty bad prospects, because you want to get prospects at the top of the funnel. So ideally they never looked into solar at all. Those are the prospects that you want, because they may be qualified for solar, they may be qualified to save a lot of money with solar, but they don't get like 10 proposals from 10 different companies. They never really looked into it. So if you are the company who can educate them on solar and the idea, then you will also be the company that they will go with. Compared to like other prospects that are like lower down in the funnel, they probably sign up for like 10 companies a day on Facebook and just kind of see like who got the lowest price, and then they got like 10 reps calling them every day. So it will pretty much be impossible to close them, and you really want to target that pool of people who are higher in the funnel by using homeowner interest. So you're not excluding people who are not interested into solar. You're targeting like every single homeowner, and just make sure that they're qualified to go solar, and then you want to sell them. And then it's also like the whole pool is a lot less competitive and broader compared to when you target like people with solar interest, because it's obviously a bigger audience first of all, so it will be easier to get leads, and it's also less competitive because like every single company that is running solar ads on Facebook is just selecting those interests, so they're all kind of targeting the same pool of people over and over again. So you kind of need to see it like virtual door knocking. You don't want to only knock at the doors of homeowners that got pitched by 300 other people that same day and already received 10 proposals. Right, you wanna knock every door. So that's kind of what I would recommend regarding the targeting, to further increase lead quality, get more leads, and that's also pretty much it for the video. So I know this was pretty fast. I'm a fast talker, so I hope you could still get some value from this and understand it. And if not, I don't know, just watch the video back, whatever. But yeah, so that's it for the video. I hope this was helpful, and if you want, you can click the first link in the description and book a call with me on my website if you want to if you're searching for someone to take care of your marketing, lead generation, all that stuff, or if you just want to have a chat like about your business, then I would be more than happy to just give you some advice. So that being said, Happy New Year again to everyone. Thanks for all the support, and you have a good day.